ABML Morning Update. Budget to focus on policy continuity, cut in capital gain tax and/or surcharge rationalization amongst investors' wish list. Global markets. US markets closed lower on Friday with selling pressure concentrated in technology stocks as S&P 500 logged its third straight decline by 0.43%, while Nasdaq dropped 0.94% and the Dow Jones shed 0.36%. Investor sentiment was shaped by policy and macro developments, with markets largely welcoming President Trump's nomination of Kevin Warsh as the next Federal Reserve Chair, easing concerns over central bank independence and supporting the dollar and treasury market stability. However, a sharp unwinding of speculative positions in precious metals saw silver plunge nearly 30% and gold fall about 10%, dragging down materials and commodity-linked stocks. Mixed earnings signals from large technology firms and lingering uncertainty around the interest rate outlook further reinforced a cautious tone across equities. European markets closed on positive note on Friday, supported by developments in global relations. The Pan-European Stoxx 600 index closed 0.64% higher, with major bosses in the positive territory. Domestic market. Indian equity indices ended on a negative note on January 30. At close, the Sensex was down 0.36% at 82,270 and the Nifty was down 0.39% at 25,321. GIFT Nifty trades higher by 16 points at 25,420, signaling a positive start to the trading session. India's forthcoming union budget is likely to reset industrial policy by moving away from subsidy-led support towards simpler rules, faster approvals, and greater regulatory predictability. The shift aims to address long-standing frictions as manufacturing MSMEs incur annual compliance costs of 3 to 17 lakh rupees and must navigate nearly 1,450 regulatory requirements, often delaying expansion by several months. Production-linked incentive schemes are expected to continue, though future support will be more closely linked to productivity improvements, technology upgrades, and efficiency gains. Policy focus is also expected to extend to semiconductors, critical minerals, and supply chains, supported by industrial corridors and logistics parks aimed at lowering costs and improving reliability. The broader objective is to enable firms to move up the value chain as India remains concentrated in low and mid-value exports, while global trade becomes increasingly defined by standards compliance and knowledge depth. Focus for the day. India Union Budget. Key corporate developments/policy actions. Bajaj Auto reported a Q3 net profit of 2,502 crore rupees, up 18.6% year-on-year. Revenue rose 18.8% to 15,220 crore rupees, while EBITDA increased 22.5% to 3,161 crore rupees. EBITDA margin improved to 20.8% from 20.2%. Ambuja Cements reported revenue of 10,181 crore rupees, up approximately 20% year-over-year, but net profit fell sharply by approximately 86% year-over-year to 367 crore rupees due to lower other income, reduced government grants, and elevated costs, reflecting near-term margin pressure. Belris consolidated. Q3 FY26 delivered steady YOY growth, with revenue rising 8% to 2,341 crore rupees and EBITDA increasing 10% to 287 crore rupees, while EBITDA margin remained stable at 12.2%. Net profit jumped a strong 21% year-over-year to 122 crore rupees, reflecting operating leverage and improved profitability. Nestle India delivered a strong Q3 FY26 with revenue up 18.6% year-over-year and net profit rising 46% year-over-year, driven by demand recovery and volume growth. P&G Hygiene reported modest Q3 growth with revenue up 1.1% year-over-year and net profit rising 12% year-over-year, supported by margin expansion and cost efficiencies. Fund flow. FII bought shares worth 22.51 billion rupees, while DII sold for 6.01 billion rupees.
Investment in securities markets are subjected to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.